So then, this Florian Wirtz stuff is picking up fast, isn't it? I mean, I've done that video 2 videos ago now about him, Simmons, and Shirky. But as I was literally recording just before I started doing the second video I've done about the fullbacks, literally David Ornstein dropped an article about Florian Wirtz. Now, what I want to caution everybody before we get a bit too excited about this Florian Wirtz stuff, right, is David Ornstein obviously gets his information from FSG, maybe some people at the club in general, right? So you've got to ask yourself, why are we starting to see this Florian Wirtz stuff? Yeah. My first instinct was the player's agent, but I don't think that David Ornstein would put this out there on the player's side. This is 100% being put out there because Liverpool want you to know. That's why we're hearing it. We're hearing it because Liverpool want you to know they're trying to sign Florian Wirtz. Now, why would that be the case, guys? We've had it before, We've had it before with Jude Bellingham, right? We've had all this stuff before. We've been in there, seen it, done it. We had David Ornstein talking about that lad that went to PSG in January. What was he called? Kvaratskhelia from Napoli to PSG. David Ornstein spoke about him and the interest that Liverpool had. So I just want to preface all that with this, right? So let's get into the article that David Ornstein has put out there about Florian Wirtz. It's titled, in fact, actually remember, like, subscribe, comment down below, yeah? It's titled that Liverpool contact Florian Wirtz representatives to express interest in the attacker. Liverpool have made contact with his representatives to express interest in signing him if he leaves Leverkusen and is keen on moving to England. The 22-year-old is the most sought-after talents in the world, with Bayern Munich and Man City also keen. Liverpool's admiration is long-standing, which I think does tie back to my previous video when I said I think that Klopp wanted him back in the day. But it's unclear whether Wirtz intends to depart the team or even the country he's currently playing in. Should this emerge as a genuine possibility, the Premier League champions would be ready to explore a deal, and that is why they are one of the clubs in touch with his camps about the situation. There were some people over in Germany right now that are saying that he's been to the AXA facility, guys. Wirtz was a key player in Leverkusen's title run last season, scoring 11 goals and adding 12 assists. He has become one of Europe's most coveted players after that season, and he won the Bundesliga Player of the Season as Leverkusen went undefeated domestically and reached the Europa League final, which they lost. He has continued to impress this season, scoring 10 goals and providing 12 assists in the Bundesliga. The playmaker is contracted till 2027 with Leverkusen, whose CEO said in April that the player had a very high chance of staying at the club. So that's the David Ornstein stuff. He's basically putting it out there that Liverpool have put interest in, but Wirtz, he may even decide to go to Bayern Munich. I think that's the big thing, is that apparently he's promised Bayern Munich that he'd go there. Now, there's a little bit more here added by a German football writer who's called Sebastian Stafford Bloor. Now, he's basically said that Wirtz is a sensational player who has been so good for the past 2 years that he's likely worth whatever Leverkusen are asking for him. 150 million euros, you should pay it. Wirtz is still 21, which seems strange given how long he has been around and the fact of the club. He has played over 200 senior games, but in the last 2 years since recovering from a knee injury that cost him place in the World Cup, he has evolved into one of the most destructive playmakers in Europe. A brilliant ball carrier, he can glide past opponents with unsettling ease, but also a number 10 in the more traditional sense. Repellent with an array of knifing, penetrating passes. But watch him off the ball, because that's where one of his real strength lies. Wirtz works incredibly hard to find and inhabit space between opponents' lines, and as a result, it's incredibly difficult to stop him from receiving passes and influencing games. There is still some growing to do. He's a scorer of fine goals rather than a truly consistent goal scorer, and is prone to missing chances, Darwin Núñez. And when opponents man mark him in midfield, as Munich did in the Champions League, he he can find it difficult to get himself away from them. Context is important though, because so much of Leverkusen's football passes through him at a club with a stronger squad where they are multiple playmaking threats. That's unlikely to be such an effective strategy. Ultimately, he is the reigning Bundesliga Player of the Year for a good reason. Had he not been injured against Bayern, he would have retained that award too, and that should describe exactly how rich his form has been. So we'll leave it there for that, guys. I think City want him for obviously a Kevin De Bruyne replacement. Bayern Munich want him because Bayern Munich want every good German player and, you know, take every decent player from all the clubs in the Bundesliga. Again, though, it ties back to that previous video. Why are Liverpool after a creative number 10, Wirtz, Simmons, Cherky? I can't see Liverpool paying over 100 million for him. I can't get my head around why Liverpool want us to know they're interested. Liverpool normally do things behind the scenes, guys, don't they? Remember, like Fabinho, for instance. Why are they playing it so openly right now? Bit of a strange one, guys. If you've got any theories down below, guys, let me know, and I'll catch you in the next one.